Welcome to this journey through time, as we explore how the United States of America has transformed over centuries, from its early days as a collection of colonies to becoming one of the most influential nations on Earth. The story of America is one of resilience, innovation, and constant change. In this video, we'll take you through key moments that have shaped the country's identity, its culture, economy, politics, and people. Whether you're a history enthusiast or just curious about how far this nation has come, this video will provide insights into the evolution of the USA. The story of the United States begins long before it became a nation. In the early 1600s, European settlers arrived on the eastern shore seeking new opportunities. These colonies were diverse, each with its own culture and governance structures. However, life wasn't easy. Settlers faced harsh winters, conflicts with indigenous peoples, and struggles to establish stable economies. Despite these challenges, the colonies grew, fueled by trade, agriculture, and the promise of freedom. As tensions rose between Britain and its colonies due to taxation without representation, revolutionary ideas began to spread. Leaders like George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, and Thomas Jefferson emerged, advocating for independence. On July 4, 1776, the Declaration of Independence marked the birth of a new nation, one founded on principles of liberty, equality, and democracy. This was a pivotal moment not just for America, but for the world, inspiring future revolutions across the globe. After gaining independence, the young nation embarked on a path of expansion. The Louisiana Purchase doubled the size of the country, opening up vast territories for exploration and settlement. Manifest Destiny, the belief that Americans were destined to expand across the continent, drove this movement. As settlers moved westward, they encountered both opportunity and conflict, particularly with Native American tribes whose lands were increasingly encroached upon. The mid-1800s saw another transformation with the rise of industrialization. Innovations in transportation, such as railroads and steamboats, connected distant parts of the country. Factories sprang up, producing goods at unprecedented rates. Cities like Chicago and Detroit became hubs of economic activity. While industrialization brought prosperity, it's also led to social challenges, including poor working conditions and widening inequality. One of the darkest chapters in American history was the Civil War, fought from 1861 to 1865. At its core, the conflict was about slavery and states' rights. The southern states, reliant on slave labor for their agricultural economy, seceded from the Union, leading to war. Under President Abraham Lincoln, the North ultimately prevailed, preserving the Union and abolishing slavery with the Emancipation Proclamation and the 13th Amendment. Reconstruction followed, aiming to rebuild the South and integrate formerly enslaved people into society. However, progress was slow and met with resistance. Jim Crow laws enforced racial segregation, and systemic discrimination persisted for decades. Yet, Reconstruction laid the groundwork for future civil rights movements. The 20th century was a time of rapid change and global influence for the USA. World War I positioned America as a major player on the international stage, while the Roaring Twenties brought cultural shifts and economic prosperity. The Great Depression tested the nation's resolve, but programs under President Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deal helped stabilize the economy. World War II further solidified America's role as a superpower. Technological advancements during the war paved the way for innovations in science, medicine, and space exploration. The space race culminated in Neil Armstrong's historic moon landing in 1969, a testament to human ingenuity and ambition. Post-war America experienced suburbanization, consumerism, and the rise of television culture. However, the civil rights movement challenged systemic racism, leading to landmark legislation like the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Today's America is a blend of tradition and innovation. Social movements continue to push for equality, addressing issues like LGBTQ+ rights, immigration reform, and climate change. Economically, the USA remains a leader in technology, finance, and entertainment, thanks to companies born in Silicon Valley and Hollywood. Yet, challenges persist. Political polarization, income inequality, and debates over healthcare and education dominate public discourse. Nonetheless, the spirit of reinvention endures. From its founding ideals to its current complexities, the USA continues to evolve, reflecting the hopes and struggles of its people. The United States of America is more than just a country, it's an idea rooted in freedom, opportunity, and the pursuit of happiness. Its history is filled with triumphs and tribulations, yet through it all, the nation has adapted and grown. As we look to the future, one thing is certain: the story of America is far from over. Thank you for joining us on this journey through time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content exploring the fascinating stories behind our world.